Hey there, traders. It is January 23rd, 2026, and we're going to recap the week that was and show you the analyst actions that led to the biggest moves on Wall Street. Not only that, we're going to show you why they did what they did so that you can gain an understanding of context as a trader that helps you decipher which analyst actions you may want to take for a trade next week. All right, without further ado, let's get right into it. My name is Matt Menster. I'm the founder of Trade the Grade. This is for educational purposes only, not investment advice. Okay, guys? So let's get started. We have, firstly, if I go to the set, make sure I got the settings on 7 days. So that's pretty much this week. We'll have some results maybe from last Friday, but not really. All right, first one is CRVS. And now I'm on the backtesting tool, the analyst hot sheet. And what happened here is we had a price target raise. So it was already ranked as a buy, so they couldn't upgrade it, but all they could do was raise the price target, and they absolutely did not hold back. They raised the price target from $11 to $27. Now you might wonder, well, why'd they do that, Matt? I want to know why the analysts raised the price target big time like that. Well, all you have to do, guys, instead of going around Googling it and wasting your time going around 15 different websites, is you can just click on the AI button right here, and the AI context generator feature will give you context for the upgrade or for the price target raise or downgrade or price target cut. Isn't that awesome? So you enter the trade knowing fully what's going on with that stock instead of just saying, hey, I'm buying a breakout. You know, how many times have you bought a breakout? You don't really know what's going on with the underlying company. That can be frustrating because you can get rug pulled because you didn't know there was some other news coming out, something going on behind the scenes, you didn't realize what you were buying. Guys, never ever enter into a trade if you don't know what's going on with a stock, with a company, right? So this is what helps you do that, is the AI context feature. So we know there's a price target uprate raise there, and we know that that is actionable in many cases, but not all the time, right? But obviously, in hindsight, CRVS, this price target raise was notable. Now, there's a tell here too on CRVS we're going to get into right now, and that's the fact is that that tell is basically because CRVS had multiple price target raises on within 24 hours of each other. So this one was Wednesday. The first one was Tuesday. We had a short week this week because of MLK. So I'm going to add the context to that. Actually, let's just do one context on CRVS. Okay. So this one was from 3 days ago as well. So within 24 hours, you had not one, not two, but three huge price target raises on CRVS, guys. All right. So obviously the one on Monday was where the big returns were. Now this is from the opening bell price on Tuesday. Okay. So this does not include the gap. So this is not misleading in any way, shape, or form. This is real gains you could have had as a trader if you took action on Tuesday morning. And I've been noticing this H.C. Wainwright and Company has really been leading the charge on a lot of huge analyst actions that have led to some really good trades lately, so guys. So there's a freebie for you. You can leave this video saying, hey, next time I see H.C. Wainwright getting in the mix, you might want to think about putting on a feeler trade and see how it goes. All right. Now we know SanDisk, what's going on there. Basically, you've got the AI trade. People need memory to be able to, store their videos they're making from AI, store their music, whatever it is that we're making from AI, store that data. So there's a shortage of that, and prices are spiking, and everything's sold out. Now again, we already covered CRVS, so let's take a look at one more. ASM. I don't know what that company is. If I hover over the tooltip here, the I tooltip, in Trade the Grade, it tells me that it is a gold miner. So we know gold and silver prices have been soaring. So it's pretty self-explanatory as to why this stock is going up. But there's probably something more to it as to why this analyst would raise this price from 740 to 1250 price target. So let's get the context from that, and I'll show you how that works here in just a second. Let's do maybe a couple more. So we know Intel reported earnings last night. Today the stock tanked, but there was two double upgrades that came out on Tuesday morning pre-market. Now we know the market itself tanked on Tuesday because we were scared about the Greenland thing, but we know Trump backed down from that, and they kind of come into a compromise on that. In spite of that huge sell-off we had in the S&P on Tuesday, guys, Intel ripped higher. It ripped higher again on Wednesday. If it wasn't Wednesday, it was yesterday, Thursday. And we know it tanked today. But what I'm saying is you had a 2 or a 3 day window for a huge bullish trade on Intel because you had these twin double upgrades. All right, I'm telling you guys, if you see twin double upgrades, again, you're going to want to strongly consider taking a trade. I highlighted this before in another video in Netflix. All right. So if you see 2 double upgrades or downgrades on the same day, on the same stock, pre-market, put that on your radar, guys. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay. I promise you it will be, let's say, at least interesting to watch, if not trade. Okay. Not trading advice, not investment advice, just education. I'm just letting you know that it's worth your while to take a look. All right. Another one, let's take a look at another one here. So BFLY, what's this company? X-ray apparatus. Okay, so they sell X-ray machines or something like that. No idea, but let's click on AI context because the point of this video is to show you the stocks that moved this week that were rated as A+ setups, and maybe by the end of this video I'll show you how to get set up so you can get the A+ setups for this coming week, this coming Monday morning, Tuesday morning, whenever, of late January. So, but first I want to demonstrate the power of the AI context feature that's new, and that's going to be done by AI Anna. She's actually doing it right now while I'm running my mouth. So for all these stocks that moved, we want to get the context for these analyst upgrades, price target raises. And so we can learn as self-directed traders, right? Remember, we don't just follow some guru blindly. We're better than that, right? So we make our own decisions, our own well-informed decisions. So we're going to come over here, and here is going to be that context report as it's ready for us. It takes just a few seconds, and it's going to give us a nice summary of exactly what's going on. So here's that CRVS stock that we talked about, and massive 145% adjustment in price target. So this is, it says, just isn't a good trial update. It's a re-rating based on the drug's potential to become a cornerstone in the multi-billion-dollar T-cell lymphoma market. So a very lucrative market. So that kind of information, guys, you used to have to go all around the internet. You'd have to go like Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, CNBC.com, and it was just a mess, right? Not anymore. Not anymore. Through the Power Trade the Grade and AI Anna, guys, you get all this information right here to help you make informed trade decisions every single day. Now, I'm not going to go through the rest of these. This video would get very boring if I did that. So I'm just going to copy and paste these in the description of this video for your benefit. Now, with that said, guys, what I want to do is let you know, if you've watched this video to this point, I do have a couple free trials that I can give out. Okay, so if you're not a member of Trade the Grade and you want to check it out, so it's not cheap, because building something like this is not cheap, and the data is not cheap, and running a business overall is not a cheap endeavor. But I do have a few free trials, so if you qualify, it's not for everybody, okay? So you have to be a self-directed trader. So don't come at me if you're one of those dudes that just wants to follow somebody's alerts. Or I'll just be honest with you, it's not a good fit. But if you're someone that wants to come in to a portal like this, where you have a lot of pre-filtered information that can benefit you, then more than likely you are a good fit. All right. So what I want you to do, lastly, guys, is put a comment with trial in the chat, or not in the chat, in the comments. Leave a comment that says trial, and I will reply to your comment with a link to apply for a free trial. Okay, so reply with a comment to this video, trial, below, and I will reply with a link to grab a free trial. Okay, all right. Now, last thing, guys, I want to point out is all those trades I showed you a few minutes ago were A or A+ setups. All right, so now, like, if you look at today was Friday. If I want to see the trades that were A setups, it's going to filter those out. All right, now if I go to A+, it's going to filter out even more. See how that list dwindled? So now, not all these are going to end up being profitable trades if you were to buy them at the opening bell or short them at the opening bell and hold them for a week. That's not what this is about, but what it's about is giving you a list of actionable ideas, and then filtering that down even more if you use the setup grade tool, and then basically you're going to use your brain as a trader, use your risk reward, and then potentially enter into a trade of your choice based on what you learn here at Trade the Grade. All right. And we do have a community too. We have a Discord. So anyways, guys, put a comment in that says trial if you want a 7-day trial. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your January, and we'll be ready to rock and roll on Monday morning. Hope you'll be here to join us.